Hello. If you're watching this, it's probably because you are in very great danger of dying from COVID-19. And I make no promises that this will save you. However, it is perhaps worth trying, and you don't have much to lose. I can make no medical claims, but given that there's no time to wait for clinical trials of something, and there can't be any side effects to trying something that's coming to you over a video, you may as well listen to what I have to say and try taking it in. In the 1800s, a man named F.M. Alexander had a work injury and learned a different way of moving through observing himself in mirrors, in which he no longer injured himself. Because doctors had been unable to help him, he had to study the problem himself. And he found a way of changing not just the particular work activity he did, but his general way of moving, including his breathing. He says that he was relieved of the breathing problems that had plagued him since the beginning of his life. If you've ever thought about your breathing, it's probably been when someone said, take a deep breath, or told you some breathing exercises to do. This is not that. I'm not going to tell you anything to do. I'm simply giving you another option or awareness of other options about how you do what you already do. Breathing is an activity. It is one that we can usually do without thinking about it, but you can also do it consciously. It's possible that the way you breathe can change if you think that your sensations of difficulty are not showing you the full picture, that the activity of breathing can be easier than your perceptions have been showing you. You may be able to breathe more easily if you do a little less work between your head and your spine. See if you can notice a new possibility of ease in doing the activity of breathing now that it's been pointed out to you. Another aspect of breathing that most people aren't aware of is the full excursion, the full breathing out. If you examine the possibility of allowing the breath to go out further than you usually do, you may discover more space there. It's normal to keep some amount of air in reserve. However, most people keep more in reserve than is beneficial. And as a result, under-exercise their diaphragm muscles. Another investigator of breathing, Carl Stowe, gave an exercise for supporting full out-breath. People who worked with him, I'm told, were able to heal themselves of emphysema, which doctors had thought had no cure. Usually when I try to teach this to people, they interpret what I'm saying as something to do harder, and that is exactly counter to what I'm inviting you to and what will actually make things work better. So try to understand what I'm about to say as inviting you to more ease rather than something to try hard at. Wait until you get to the seeming end of your next out-breath. And I say seeming because, as I mentioned, there's more air in there. And then when you get to the end of that out-breath, gently breathe out a little bit more air on the sound. And again, it's not something to try hard at. Only breathe that extra air out just enough till you begin to feel uncomfortable, not past the point of feeling discomfort. At that point, just stop and let go and allow the next breath to come in. If it's working right, you should feel that breath come in like a sigh. It's a reflex breath, not a voluntary one. It's the breath doing itself. The information in this video is presented succinctly, but it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. And I would suggest, rather than trying to force yourself to take it in quickly, to allow yourself to watch it a few times and take in just a little bit each time, being as gentle as you can with yourself, being as lazy as possible. if you do find this helpful and have feedback, it's possible that can be of a lot of service to other people. So please do communicate however you're able to. But be sure to take care of yourself first before doing so. I hope there's been something that's been useful in this, and I wish you good health.